Okay. Good evening and welcome to the evening broadcast. Our day has been fantastic. Mine has been very great. And we're back again on the Koikimedia live. The share button, which is very, very important. We're ready to go as our awareness tonight. Ṣé àrítajé ṣe lénìí? Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí àrítajé ṣe. Mo kí gbogbo wa pátápátá nílé lóko pé ṣé dáadáa ni mo bá gbogbo wa o. Àlàáfíà lèmi náà wà o. A busy látàárọ̀ la ṣe yanjú sí gbogbo ilé, ẹ má bínú o. Iṣẹ́ náà là ń ṣe, a dẹ̀ ń wo movie. So mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. So mo rò pé gbogbo wa ti délé, bàbá mi Prophet Ilekun Ayọ̀, Mustapha, mo kí yín, Mr. Ṣẹ́gun. Bẹ́ ṣe ń wọlé ní méjì mẹ́ta, ẹ bá máa gbọ́ wọlé share button, mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́tí wọlé ní gbogbo platforms. Èmi náà ni o, Koikimedia. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí àwọn Koikimedia staff tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun. Without them, there is no Koikimedia. Báwo ni èmi ṣe lọ o? Àlàáfíà o. Àlàáfíà o. Àlàáfíà lèmi náà wà o. Àlàáfíà dẹ̀ ni bàbá wa Professor Akitoye náà wà. Dáadáa ni bàbá wà. Èmi àti bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí àti jábọ̀ fún bàbá lórí iṣẹ́ tí à ń bá lọ. Mo kí bàbá mi Gbàdàmọ́sí, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fátókí, mo kí yẹn kalẹ́ o. Àwọn ìyàwó ń kọ́ ń bẹ̀, ọmọ ń kọ́ ń bẹ̀ o. Ẹ bá pa àwọn èèyàn wọlé o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká pèrò sọ́kọ̀ o. Mo kí bàbá wa Tóyìn Ibrahim, ẹ káàbọ̀ sílé o. Àlàáfíà ni gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa wà o. Àlàáfíà làwọn ọmọ Oòduà náà wà o. Àlàáfíà làwọn ìyàwó mi wà o. Àlàáfíà ni mọ̀mísí wà o. Ṣàlàáfíà lẹ́yìn náà wà. Ẹ bá wa pé ọwọ́ lé share button o kí a lè jọ tètè rí ṣe lénìí o. Mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́tí wọlé ní orí Mixlr. Live ni program tá wà lórí ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. A ṣe ń ṣe editing. Àlàáfíà ni bàbá mi Májàsọ́lá wà. Bàbá ń bẹ ní Germany, wọ́n ń jẹ tọ̀ìtọ̀ì. Ọmọlájà, mo kí yín, ẹ kalẹ́. Ẹ bá wa pè àwọn èèyàn wọlé o. Ẹni kan darapọ̀ mọ́ wa o. Nǹkan ti léwu báyìí ní Nàìjíríà o. Nàìjíríà ó ti somersault báyìí o. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kí arìn níjọ́ tẹ́bi ń pọ̀nà. Fúlàní ò ní jí wa gbé o, wọ́n ní gbálẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ìtàn ṣe yìí, a ní ṣe tí o. Bàbá mi Tony Aegis, ẹ ṣe fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ walkie-talkie. A máa fún wa ní update ibi tí a bá ṣẹ́ dé lórí ẹ̀. Torí pé ẹ̀yin lẹ rán wa ń ṣẹ́. Bàbá mi Daniel Adéyẹmí, àṣìkẹ́yìn tẹ́ ti wọlé náà, ẹni tó ì tí wọlé àmúwọlé. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá o. Nàìjíríà ti wá léwu bàbá mi Ilekun Ayọ̀. Mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà lẹ́kìtì o. Báwo làdúgbò yín lọ́hùn? A kí gbogbo wa pé ilé tí a torí bọ̀ yìí, àjọ máa ṣe délẹ̀ ní o. Àdí ṣàṣetì o. Àwọn tí wọ́n sọ pé kò ní ṣe é ṣe, irọ́ là ń pa tó. Ẹnu ẹ̀ ní gbogbo àjọ wà yìí. Bóyá irọ́ là ń pa ni, bóyá kò ní ṣe é ṣe ni, ẹnu ẹ̀ náà ní gbogbo àjọ wà yìí. Bọ̀ èmi mọ̀ pé a ṣe é ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run torí pé àwọn onílẹ̀ wọ́n ní fi wá sílẹ̀. So mo ń ṣe editing àwọn title lọ́wọ́ torí ẹlòmíì ò tí mọ̀ pa àti go live so that kí a tó máa ṣe yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa rántí pé bàbá wa Olóyè Ìgbòho sọ fún gbogbo wa pé a máa ti wà nínú ewu báyìí, k'Ọlọ́run wá kó wa yọ o. Nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, ẹnìkan ló mọ̀. Ebi ni, insecurity ni, kò síṣẹ́, kò sí nǹkan kan. But eléyìí a máa jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ gbìyànjú fún mi àti yín. Eléyìí tí mò ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ nísìnyí pé à ń prepare sílẹ̀, àìtí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò ó dìgbà tá a bá play anthem wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ tí bàbá yìí sọ.
The Yoruba indigene. I want to talk to you all. And I want you to listen and accept what I'm about to say. I said they are already usurping you from your villages all over Yoruba states. In Ogun State, Osun State, Ondo State, Anambra State, even Anambra State, even the Igbo lands as well. People are already entering those places. Or you're Muslim, we are Yoruba traditional worshippers. This is time we must band together to fight for our fathers so that they don't overtake us in it. Don't let them use religion to take over our land. All those villages they have taken over in Ondo State, when they wanted to kill, they killed Christian and Muslim alike. They are fighting for the land, they are not fighting for religion. They are just coming through the lens of religion. But I'm telling you all Yoruba people, please be prepared. Nigerians are
one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say, pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria are not sat down to agree.
Mo kí gbogbo apé ẹ kálẹ́ ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa. Mo kí bàbá Abiodun Monday, mo kí brother mi Olakunle. Mo ń gbọ́ messages ẹ, but I've been very busy. If we can still catch up, I will let you know, but I'm extremely busy at the moment. I know a lot of people wants to see and have interaction with me. That might not be very possible now. For many reasons, I'm sure you might want to know. But one thing I can assure one, whatever it is, I'm at the rally. You will see me at the rally when the rally kickstarts very soon. But in terms of trying to meet up with me, Eferimi and all that, the probability are very, very slim, because I'm traveling in between and there's a lot of things I'm doing. So if you're one of those that, Mr. Koiki, I feel you're just saying, not that I don't want to see you, but at the moment, are very difficult. But one thing I can tell us is that when the rally is called, we will all be together wherever the rally will be. I don't know how they are putting it. I'm not one of the committee. My job is the media. I am also part of the Yoruba people waiting. But in Timole, I sure go bomo Yoruba te fi gbole no mi lale àti te fi gbole no púpọ̀ nínú wa tí a jọ ṣe Yoruba nation. Òun ni what next? I want to record so that we can have this as a VN to be released out later. So number is from in a few seconds. Mo kí àwọn team mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí that are working back to back. It's not easy. It's a lot of work for them. I'm putting them under enormous pressure. All the Koikimedia team, I am putting them under enormous pressure to prepare them spiritually, physically for the upcoming event. There are many media that will be operating when the rally starts. But it is important to enhance production Koikimedia when the rally starts. We are doing our best with the little resources Tiani at the moment, but there is still shortage of logistics láti enhance production. We don't have our own standby vehicle as a media organization. It is not good. Mo pray pé Ọlọ́run á fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ní tó pọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Nàìjíríà ti laná. Mo kí Prince Adébáyọ̀ Shitu. Mo kí brother mi Supreme TV Òkè Ògùn. Mo kí Abiodun George. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Àtẹni tó believe in Yorùbá nation. Àtẹni tó believe ẹ kú ara fẹ́ra kù ẹ̀yin tẹ́ kówó sínú CBEX. Kò ń ṣe fọ́ọ̀tì owó nínú CBEX. Mostly people within Ibadan. 1.2 trillion naira is almost $823 million. We need to hold your government accountable. Because tó bá jẹ́ ìjọba tó ń ṣiṣẹ́, wọ́n ní wọ́n ti operate for 1 year, one office. Tó bá jẹ́ pé Koikimedia ló ní office pẹ̀lú kan tí mo ń ṣe, I'm sure pé EFCC, DSS àtọlọ́pàá wá ti máa kanlẹ̀kùn wa lójoojúmọ́. You can see why ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń attack mi ní gbogbo ìgbà. Ó wù mí pé kí o jẹ́ olówó, kí o máa rí ṣe. Àwọn èèyàn gba betting lágbàáyé, kò sí kankan tó wrong tó bá ti mọ̀ pé gambling ló ń ṣe. Àwọn èèyàn fowó sórí stock market. But in that fẹ́ ni pé káwọn kan wá kọ́kọ́ defraud ọmọ Yorùbá kọ́ dẹ̀ gbowó yẹn sá lọ. This is your hard-earned money. Àwọn kan ní ṣèbó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí kí láwọn tún kówó sínú ẹ̀. Poverty. Kò sẹ́ni tó fi wà òkè. Akọ̀wò pé jẹ́ ń sáré fi $200 síbẹ̀ kí n fi gba 600. Àìmọye àwọn tó ń ta betting tó ń lose nǹkankan náà ní gbogbo àgbáyé. So, but I will still hold your government accountable for not moving swiftly láti fẹ́ti àwọn wo ló wà behind CBEX. Tàbádẹ̀ ní káwo lọ káwo bọ̀. Mostly àwọn tó wà behind ẹ̀ òun làwọn tí àwa ń bájà tẹ́yìn dẹ̀ attack wálé lórí. So ṣe rí pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sometimes a gbọ́dọ̀ balance ẹ̀. Why táwa ń try pé kí nǹkan lè work orí ètò Koikimedia láṣẹ bọ́ sí ní aago 9:00 àbọ̀ láti Africa láti iléeṣẹ́ wa. Èmi náà ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ ní Koikimedia. Mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí CBEX. Mo pé mo gbà àwọn tó defraud Nigerians àmọ́ tó defraud àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá náà. Ìjọba tó bá ti ṣiṣẹ́ bí nǹkan ṣe máa rí nìyẹn, kò ní sí ètò ààbò. Ẹ máa lose owó yín, ẹ tún máa lose ẹ̀mí. Wọ́n náwọn kan ti kú. I don't have any verification to that. But mo mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ti lose owó. Ìwọ ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń tako Bàbá Akíntóyè àti àwọn tí a jọ gbéré àjò yìí dání pé kí nǹkan lè tètè transform. I'm sure pé wọn náà wà lára àwọn tó lose owó nínú CBEX. Mo rò pé ẹ̀kọ́ máa jókòó kágbéyẹ̀wò pé ṣé bí ọ̀nà Nàìjíríà ṣe ń lọ, ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la ṣe fẹ́. Ìlú tó bá ti lè protect citizen ẹ̀ nírú àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí, á jẹ́ pé ìlú yẹn ó ti ní problem. Kò sí ìlú tí wọ́n kì í defraud, ẹ má get me wrong. But ìlú tí kò bá ti fi àwọn ètò kalẹ̀ pé kó tó defraud ẹ, kí ìlú yẹn lè protect ẹ, kí Fúlàní tó pa ẹ́ kó lè protect ẹ, tó bá ṣe tán ní school kó lè ríṣẹ́, kí o bá ṣe tán ní school kí gbogbo nǹkan lè wà létòlétò. But púpọ̀ nínú yín náà lẹ́yìn attack wa, àwa ti gba kámú fọ́lọ́run pé iṣẹ́ tí Elédùmarè gbé lé wa lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ń bí mi pé Kóìkì, àmọ́ tá bá gba Yorùbá nation tẹ́ ń sọ iná tán, ṣe bá àwọn tajọ́ ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ náà tó wà Nàìjíríà náà lẹ máa kó síbẹ̀. Kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo kí mọ́ sí mi dáadáa, mo kí àwọn ìyá mi tó ń gbọ́ mi. Wọ́n ń pè mí lẹ́yìn, wọ́n ní kí n jọ kí n dákun. Wọ́n ní kí n rọra máa fi èpè díẹ̀díẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tí bá ń ṣe program mi. Mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ mọ́ sí mi gan àtàwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wọn àtàwọn ìyá tó ń pè mí. Wọ́n ní kí n má ṣe pé kí n máa kà yín lé Ọlọ́run lọ́wọ́, àmọ́ kí n máa sọ fún yín pé bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ̀ Yorùbá máa dá dúró. ìfẹ́ tí mo ní sí yín kò ṣe pé èpè tá à ń ṣẹ́ fún yín ó mú wá lọ́kàn bóyá tépè yẹn bá dọ́dọ̀ yín bóyá ẹ lè reflect padà àmọ́ nígbà tó dẹ̀ tún ní ká má tún ṣépè fún yín ká máa fàdúrà ràn yín ọmọ Yorùbá lọ́wọ́ tó èmi ọmọ bí tọ́mọ Yorùbá ń takọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ìyà tó ń jẹ yín kò dùn mọ́ mí nù ibi tó ń pa yín kò dùn mọ́ mí nù kágbàlagbà wà kó má lè ra oúnjẹ sílé fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kágbàlagbà ṣiṣẹ́ kó má sanwó fún kíyàn ṣiṣẹ́ fún 30 years kẹ́ má gba pension gbogbo tó ń dùn wá lọ́kàn lélẹ̀ yìí ẹ̀yin ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ Tinubu àwa náà nífẹ̀ẹ́ àmọ́ à ń sọ pé ọ̀nà sí mọ́ nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àjọ sowọ́ papọ̀ àmọ́ lára yín náà lẹ ń takò ọ̀dàlẹ́dẹ̀pọ̀ mo dẹ̀ máa ń sọ ó difficult fún mi láti trust anybody especially tí bá tún wo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú movie tí mo bá ń rí wò tó bá ń follow mi dáadáa wà á ti rí pé mò ń post kankan mo ṣe parí movie kan tí mo wò tán ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí wọ́n defeat ìlú yẹn movie tí mo ṣe parí tán lórí Netflix nígbà tí mo wò tán ni mo lọ ṣọ́ra ẹ̀kọ àti pepper soup ni mo jẹ bó ṣe jẹ́ kó rí fún wọn náà nìyẹn máa wò pé torí pé èmi lè ní ṣe tí wọn náà bá wà nípò mi wàá ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kò wù wá bébí ṣe ń pa yín bí a ṣe ń jẹ yín tán fìyà jẹ yín kò wù wá ìdí ta ṣe ń sọ pé a fẹ́ Yorùbá nation nìyẹn tí Nàìjíríà bá tẹ ẹ̀dùn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ta bá tẹ pariwo Yorùbá nation ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ní ká shut up but Nàìjíríà ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni wàá gba yín tó máa gba almost 1.2 trillion lọ́wọ́ ìlú kan adẹ̀nà níjọba nísìn ta ló máa sanwó fún yín báyìí padà gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lose owó nínú àwọn kan ní ẹbọ tìbí wọ́n ti ń gbé wá tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ẹbọ tó ń ṣe ń gbé wá yẹn náà ó jẹ́ kí ìjọba tighten òfin ni èèyàn ló difficult jù láti control ayé yìí nígbà tẹ́mi dé UK ní 1998 insurance tó bá tọ́lọ́pàá bá dẹ dúró wàá ṣẹ̀ lọ submit insurance paper fún ọlọ́pàá ní station ni but probability wà pé insurance tó fi ń wọ̀n wọn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yẹn gèǹjẹ ni nítorí pé nígbà tó rà á ó ti cancel ẹ̀ nígbà tó wá rí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ accident ń ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn lè claim àmọ́ ìjọba ló ń cover àárín yẹn nítorí pé tí accident bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní UK lẹ́nìí ẹ ní láti bára yín jà ẹ kàn máa exchange insurance ni nígbà tó wá rí pé kí ló ń fà á tí accident bá tún wá ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn tó fẹ́ claim wọ́n lè claim lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkan mọ́ wọ́n rí pé ẹni tó ń sọ pé òun ní insurance yẹn kò ní insurance mọ́ ìjọba ọ̀báraàlú sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n padà sí round table nínú strategy ìyẹn mo ṣe kọ àkọlé tèmi pé technology ó máa wà lára ń ta máa fi ṣiṣẹ́ tó pọ̀ jù ó jẹ́ kí technology ti vẹ́tẹ̀ pé civex criminal àwọn tó wà behind ẹ̀ wá dẹ̀ sọ fún gbogbo aráàlú pé ẹ má gba owó yín sí technology tó lè aláàtì aráàlú for 1 year àwọn èèyàn wá ń kówó sínú ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe money doubler at the end of the day ìlú kan wá lose $833 million nínú aníkòsíkòsí nínú ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn ìfẹ́ la ní síyìn ìfẹ́ la ní síyìn ìfẹ́ lolóyè Ìgbòho ní síyìn ìfẹ́ ni bàbá kí a dá dúró ó sàn ju ká wà ní Nàìjíríà lọ àmọ́ èèyàn ọmọ Yorùbá náà lẹ́ ń takò traitors I am worried that traitors wọ́n ti dúró báyìí pé rally tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe yìí a máa gbàbọ̀dẹ̀ fún yín wọ́n ti wà láàrin wọn already wọ́n ti infiltrate wa wọ́n ní láti sàn yẹn fún yàn àmọ́ àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wá borí yín wá wà pẹ̀lú wa gbogbo ọ̀nà tẹ́ bá ń try láti set a trap fún gbogbo wa pátá pé a ní gba Yorùbá nation èmi sọ pé ó possible nínú ọdún yìí pé declaration wa máa possible nínú ọdún yìí àmọ́ ṣé traitor fẹ́ jẹ́ kó possible movie tí mo wò ẹ lọ wo orúkọ ẹ̀ mo ní láti máa sọ fún yín mọ́ ẹ lọ sórí ẹ tó bá ń follow wa dáadáa lórí Twitter ni lórí Instagram ni ẹ ti mọ fíìmù tí mò ń sọ mo fi dárúkọ ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ báyìí tí mo á jẹ́ pé follow wa tó tẹ́ bá ń follow wa ni tún ní máa gbé fake news pé China èèyàn kan sì send message sí mi lánàá pé after tèmi jáde tí mo sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé kò sí kankan tó jọ wọ́n náà sì tún pín wọ́n sì ń pín message yẹn nínú Yorùbá Nation group táwọn ti dúpọ̀ ní tìrì bá ń pín tó jẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń follow bàbá Akíntóyè bàbá tó wà learned tó dẹ̀ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ tó wà learned ẹ̀yin náà wà learned olúkálukú ló ní area of expertise tèmi lélẹ̀ mo jáde mo sọ fún yín pé kò sí kankan tó sọ pé China àti Nàìjíríà wọ̀ nájọṣepọ̀ mọ́ a tún rí èèyàn tó tún wá lọ́n fi sínú group á jẹ́ pé irú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n follow Koikimedia so in tó wà nílẹ̀ ó tó wá jẹ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó wá jẹ a nídìí kankan ju pé kákọ̀ gba ilẹ̀ wa padà kádẹ̀jọ máa ṣèjọba ara wa but ṣòro pé àwọn olóṣèlú fẹ́ gbà wọ́n ti set traitors sáàrin gbogbo wa ní máa sọ fún olóyè Ìgbòho àti bàbá ẹ wà very careful traitors wọ́n wà láàrin wa ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bí rẹ nìyẹn máa sọ pé èmi ṣé wọ́n máa dalẹ̀ torí èmi ò ní dalẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣé tó bá fún ẹ ní $10,000 ṣé wàá kọ́ sọ àṣírí tí kò jẹ́ kó sọ ṣé tó bá gbé $50,000 ṣe lọ́wọ́ nísìn ṣé ò ní sọ àṣírí tó bá fún ẹ ní gold ṣé ò ní sọ àṣírí torí in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní múvì tí mo wò tán nìyẹn àwọn tọ́jọ́ ń ṣèjọba tọ́jọ́ ń ja ogun pé kó má bàa gbalẹ̀ mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ wọ́n padà lọ dalẹ̀ ìlú yẹn náà ni àwọn méjì wọ́n sọ fún àwọn ọ̀tá pé ibi ìbà ilẹ̀ máa gbà wọlé agbára tání yìí ní òun lélẹ́yìn ṣé ìdìtẹ̀ ṣe ń wá agbára lórí Ìgbòho nìyẹn ẹ fẹ́ mọ kúlẹ̀kúlẹ̀ agbára ẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ bá ṣe interview Koiki fẹ́ ṣe interview fún Ìgbòho kẹ́lẹ̀ máa béèrè agbára ẹ̀ kí ló fi ń ṣagbára kábíyèsí Elédùmarè ọmọ Yorùbá fẹ́ mọ agbára olóyè Ìgbòho kọ́ lè lò yẹn against ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ mọ bí tí bàbá Akíntóyè ti fẹ́ ṣe declaration nígbà tí àsìkò bá tó wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ kọ́ lè sọ fún Tinubu torí pé Tinubu ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ quote me anywhere ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ní Tinubu àfi tó bá jáde lálẹ́ tó fi ọmọ kọrùn pé Yorùbá nation nìkan lọ́mọ àbáyọ tó ò bá ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ni ṣé ìwọ náà fẹ́ dalẹ̀ torí pé ẹni bá dalẹ̀ ó máa balẹ̀ lọ ni ìrìn àjò tá gbé dání tẹ bá dalẹ̀ ẹ máa bá lọ ni mo ń try láti má ṣe pé mo kí ẹ Clement $50 ọmọ Biafra ni ó ní ká fi ra walkie talkie kò ń ṣọmọ Yorùbá ìfẹ́ tó ní sílẹ̀ Yorùbá pé tí Yorùbá bá dá dúró kí ló kàn wọn pẹ̀lú pé kí Biafra má dá dúró kò dira wọn lọ́wọ́ alọ́mọ Yorùbá mi tó lówó tó léfọ̀n tó lékan náà kò dá sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ mo kí ẹ Clement àwọn bíi méjì ni mo sọ bí abí mẹ́ta ni wọ́n tó ń sanwó lánàá tó fẹ́ ra walkie talkie ó fowó ránṣẹ́ mo ń bọ̀ lórí update lórí walkie talkie mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa traitors àwọn wo ló ń pè ní traitor wọ́n ń kọ́ sójú Koiki èmi ò kì í ṣe traitor èmi ò kì í ṣọ̀dàlẹ̀ ṣoṣú ọ̀pẹ tó bá gbówó dé onídàlẹ̀ wa ṣoṣú ọ̀pẹ tí wọ́n bá náà máa fún ẹ ní ilẹ̀ ṣé onídàlẹ̀ wa ṣoṣú ọ̀pẹ tó bá náà máa fún ẹ ní American visa ṣé onídàlẹ̀ wa ta ló máa dalẹ̀ wa níbi tí a dé lálẹ́ yìí nítorí pé ìrìn àjò yìí ó ti súnmọ́ bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ wọ́n máa declare rally tí kò ní pẹ́ mọ́ wọ́n ì tí sọjọ́ fún mi àmọ́ ó ń súnmọ́ bọ̀ ó ti fẹ́ dé báyìí ṣé o máa compromise that particular group tí wọ́n ní kò bá wa maintain nítorí pé wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ sí ẹ létí ó ti ń sọ síta fún ẹlòmíì má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyà ń jẹ ọmọ Yorùbá gan má jẹ́ ká máa sunkún lórí program o rò pé ó wù mí kí n sunkún lórí program lánàá ni kò wù mí mo fowó ránṣẹ́ séyàn kó fi ra oògùn títí di ṣe mo láti ní kẹ́ni yẹn lọ sí opay mo tún ṣe send owó mi owó yẹn wọ́n ti release ẹ̀ fi ṣe bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí tẹ́ni yẹn bá máa kú bó ṣe máa kú nìyẹn ṣé bó ṣe láti rí nìyẹn ṣé bí ìlú ṣe láti rí nìyẹn ṣé a níjọba ni a sọ fún yín pé a lè níjọba nítorí pé foundation Nàìjíríà ó wà faulty mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ta ló máa dalẹ̀ Yorùbá tí kò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká kọjá torí Elédùmarè nídìílé tèmi àní dalẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe rí lọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀ ṣé ò ní dalẹ̀ nítorí pé rally tó ń bọ̀ yìí òun ni the final straw mo ò tún fẹ́ ká tún máa jáde lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀ padà tún ṣe rally yìí ló máa gbé wa dé declaration láti ṣẹ̀dùmarè rally yìí ló máa gbé wa wọ ṣé wọ́n tó fi ṣe admin group ní traitor ṣé wọ́n tó pè ní admin group ṣé wọ́n ní traitor ṣé wọ́n tó kọ̀ wà lábẹ́ wa tó monitor ó fẹ́ mọ bí a ṣe fẹ́ rìnrìn àjò yẹn àmọ́ Ọlọ́run ní tóun bá dé tán traitor tó bá wà láàrin wa wàá sùn ò ní jí traitor tó bá bẹ láàrin wa níbi tí ìrìn àjò yìí dé lálẹ́ nítorí pé ìrìn àjò yìí ti dé kókó kò ń ṣeré mo ní mo torí ẹ̀ wá láti London láti darapọ̀ mọ́ yín ni kẹ́lẹ́ mọ̀ pé mi ò ṣeré rárá but ṣé traitor ni wọ́n who is the traitor among us tó bá fẹ́ dalẹ̀ Yorùbá níbi tílẹ̀ ṣúdé wàá sùn ní jí láàárọ̀ ọ̀la kò ń ṣèpè torí pé a ti wà ní very very important stage mo ń wẹ́rù fàáyì lórí Arise tó ń interview ẹ̀ tẹ bá gbọ́n tó ń sọ àwọn náà ń prepare pé tí nǹkan kan bá rí ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn máa gbọ́n Tinubu dànù àwọn á tún lọ wẹ́lò míì ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló tún fẹ́ dúró kí wọ́n tún bá wa lọ wẹ́lò míì tó máa tún wá govern wa ní 2027 ọdún méjì ló kù ẹ jẹ́ ká lu ọdún méjì tó kù yìí ká fi mọbi tó kù sí lórí ìrìn àjò yìí kò sí tó ń bọ̀ lókè tílẹ̀ ọgbà ẹ má dẹ́rù bara yín Ọlọ́run bẹ kò tí kúrò níbi tó wà ó dúró wo gbogbo tó ń lọ ó ń fi ìṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá dúró àmọ́ ṣé ìwọ ló máa jẹ́ traitor tó fi dá dúró movie tí mo wò yẹn kódà ẹni tó jẹ́ actor film yẹn kò dalẹ̀ títí tí ó fi tó fi pa wọ́n padà mú àmọ́ múmu tó mú àwọn tó wọ́n balẹ̀ ẹ lọ wo movie yẹn tẹ́ bá ní Netflix ó ní agbára tó ń ṣe kékeré mo wò báyìí mo wá ń wo ìrìn àjò Yorùbá mo ní ìrìn àjò táwa náà ẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí o ìrìn àjò tí Yorùbá nation ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀ nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ táwọn kan bá sọ dé eré mo sọ fún yín pé lórí platform tiwa kò ń ṣeré ó kọjá eré it is about life and death ẹ̀mí ń bẹ níbẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ wa mo tún bẹ̀ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí we have what it takes to survive nídìí Nàìjíríà láti fi survive àwa là ń fún Nàìjíríà ní opportunity àwa là ṣe ń fún Nàìjíríà ní oxygen tó fi ń breathe ẹ jẹ́ ká yọ oxygen yẹn kúrò nínú ọdún yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n ti máa ń ní Yorùbá wọ́n máa ń dẹnu ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ọdún yìí ká fi wọ̀n wọ́n pé lóòótọ́ a máa ń dẹnu bọ̀ lọ́dún yìí ní dẹnu wọ́n ti máa ń sọ pé Yorùbá cowards ni wá àwa mọ̀ bá kìí ṣe cowards a mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ọdún yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká fi showcase ẹ̀ fún àgbáyé ẹ jẹ́ kí àgbáyé mọ̀ pé ìran kan bẹ tó rẹ́dì ẹ má bínú ó ti padà mo mute ẹ ní níbi tí nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì ti ń gbé wa lọ tó ń gbé wa bọ̀ mo kí Azeez lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ọdún yìí ká fi showcase fún gbogbo àgbáyé pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ń pe bíbá àwa ni ọmọ Yorùbá ní ọkùnrin ní obìnrin kí gbogbo wa kí á mú ẹ̀mí wa pé kò sí tó ń bọ̀ lókè tílẹ̀ yóò nígbà gbogbo tó ń bẹ lókè ilẹ̀ máa gbà ẹ jẹ́ ká yọ ìbẹ̀rù kúrò ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró lọ́bìnrin ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró lọ́kùnrin ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró lọ́mọdé ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró lágbàlagbà ẹ jẹ́ ká fi gbogbo ta ní ká fi ṣe. We have to be very, very strategic. I learned a lot from the movie. Mo rí pé àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ wá bá wọn jà wọ́n pọ̀ jù wọ́n lọ. Wọ́n pọ̀ jù wọ́n lọ. Àmọ́ wọ́n lo strategy láti fi defeat the enemies. Ẹ má bínú, ẹ wọlé kẹ́ jáde if the sound is back and not back on your own YouTube channel. The network is the one that is messing us around, but we will see. But it keeps messing around. It's a big internet landlord. ẹ mọ̀ pé ráwọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ lo internet kékeré kódà as of today tí mo check ẹ̀ ó ní mo ti run low again I don't know how so mo máa ní kọ́ lọ bá mi check ẹ̀ lọ́la lágbára Ọlọ́run. If I have to increase it again, I will have to buy extra because this is the time that you need my voice to be out on a daily basis. I wanted to be out in the morning, but I've been busy. But intimofe fayole and consider do not be part of the people that would try to bring the movement down. Má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé ìran ìdílé tiẹ̀ ló máa gbàbọ̀dè fún Yorùbá nation. Mo bẹ̀ lóòótọ́, mo fi gbogbo ohun tó bá ní mo fi bẹ̀. Má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé láti ilé tiẹ̀, láti family tiẹ̀ ló máa gbàbọ̀dè fún Yorùbá nation. Mo mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ò ní gbọ́ because ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ò kí ń gbọ́ràn. And I beg you, do not be used by anyone. Má jẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan rí ẹ lò fún ìwọ̀nba tí Yorùbá nation yìí tí declaration ẹ̀ tó máa wáyé tí kò ṣe pé ó máa bọ́ lẹ́yìn tiẹ̀ àbí lẹ́yìn tèmi. We will all witness the declaration of Yorùbá nation. Wallahi tallahi summa billahi lazila huwa. I believe that is coming. I am very positive that the flag of the Yoruba nation will be raised across all the Yoruba land. But Baba Akintoye needs you. Igboho needs you. The Yoruba people need you, just like I need you and I want to be involved as well. This is not a joking matter. Má fi ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba nation níbi tó dé mọ́ nísìn. Má fi tayín. There are many people that want to compromise. They are not in the movement. They are outside the movement and they want to compromise the final part of this movement. What's it? What you pay movement ti dé, ó ti débì kan tó rìn síwájú. Intolukaluku tọ́lọ́run bá wá fi blessing in the knowledge. This is the time that we need to have continuous serious meeting among all the groups. The leader of but one need a Martin, the chairman and the deputy chairman of the Yoruba self-determination movement, they can't. We believe in them and we pray that whatever they are preparing for us to come out of, we will support it. Má jẹ́ kí ó jẹ́ ìdílé tiẹ̀ ló máa tako nígbà tá bá jáde. Don't make your own family to be the one tó máa tako Yoruba nation rally tó ń bọ̀ yìí. Don't allow your own family. Má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ láti ìran ìdílé tiẹ̀ ló fẹ́ tako. I know that you are APC to the core, but APC fúnra rẹ̀ was only merged in 2013, 2 years before 2015 election. Kò sí kankan tó ń jẹ́ APC tẹ́lẹ̀, AD lè ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀. AD ló lọ fọwọ́ kún CPC ti Buhari tó fi di APC. Wọ́n tuntun yapa nísìn. So probability wà pé as a member of that APC kò likely pé kí APC yẹn kó tún exist even after or before Tinubu complete his tenure. Wọ́n lè play game pẹ̀lú Tinubu pé kó destroy APC yẹn mọ́ lọ́wọ́. But kò sẹ́ni tó lè destroy ìran Yorùbá sórí yàtọ̀ tó ń bẹ níbẹ̀. So as a card-carrying member of the APC, I am appealing to you, and the same with the PDP, that these are just political parties. Ó yàtọ̀ sí you as a Yoruba man, as a Yoruba woman, tí wọ́n forí ẹ̀ sọlẹ̀ sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Má fi these two political party má fi attack ìran ẹ nígbà tá a bá máa jáde fún rally. Má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé látara ìfẹ́ tí wọ́n ní sí wọn, ìfẹ́ yẹn máa wá ju ti ìfẹ́ tó ní sí ilẹ̀ ti Yorùbá lọ. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní igbá àyẹ before APC and PDP, because these are just political parties that were formed and they've never been very useful to the millions of Yoruba people. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n ò wúlò fáwọn kan. Yes, the 16 years of the PDP, ara àwọn tí wọ́n dá lówó, ara àwọn tó lówó, ara àwọn tó ṣe this, but kò ń ṣe gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. But à ń sọ̀rọ̀ a Yoruba country, that a Yoruba citizen, a Yoruba indigene will be first respected before any other person. That is the strategy. That is the future that we're talking about. The future of the Yoruba is much more important than the political party that you are a card-carrying member. I know that that has been the structure, but we are now talking about the future of the Yoruba people. So whether you are not in support or in support, you as a card-carrying member ní mo ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó jọmọ APC, tó jọmọ PDP, má tako Yoruba nation. Má tako. Because the only future that we have today, òun ni pé ká protect ìran Yorùbá from the people and those that are ready to make everything possibly best. Pé kí ìran Yorùbá kó go into extinction. We cannot afford to have that taken away from us. The two political parties will do everything against the Yoruba people, even pẹ̀lú àwọn Yoruba tó wà in charge of it. So I am pleading with everyone tonight that as a card-carrying member, don't be the traitor against Yoruba people. Don't. There's no amount of your love for Tinubu. Tinubu also have a time that it will no longer be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Only time factor. And all the time factor can end in 2031. And we might not even be sure what can happen between now and 2031, subject to all the indices of what is being played out in Nigeria today. Nigeria is going through a very serious danger, and the Yoruba people have anything inside it now. We need to start preparing to have an independent Yoruba country. That is the only solution to all these problems that we are facing right now. Anything less than that, we cannot. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa rántí pé the Yoruba people have much more to gain as an independent country than being part of Nigeria where we don't have much to gain. This could stop anything that you want to do within that land. Ó fẹ́ ṣe business ni kò dá dúró, ó fẹ́ ṣe ìyàwó ni kò dá dúró, ó fẹ́ establish ni, ó fẹ́ travel ni. All that will not stop. But what we are saying is that we want to protect ourselves as one people, one culture, one language, and defend our true identity that Britain stole away from us for many years. That is what we call Yoruba nation. And I believe this message will get to those of you that are still in doubt. Let's move forward with the movement conversation. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI at exactly 21:33 p.m. local time, 16th of April, 2025. On the update on terms of our walkie-talkie, we have done so far and we are very grateful. I gave that update yesterday, and I can tell you that we are still pushing forward. Mofumba Bakitoye ni update lọ́sàn-án. He was not aware of what I am doing. I decided that this is an organization that needs to enhance and support with everything, and that's exactly what we have done. So when I was telling him that after I left him, Timothy Wansile on Saturday, I decided to run a program on Sunday at the Jade Anika on your support. And I was not shocked to the response of our people. I was not shocked. But I'm just grateful for the privilege that you have given me again. Koiki, we still believe that you can do things, and that is exactly what you have done. Within 48 hours, we were able to secure 100 pieces of the walkie-talkie. I can confirm now that we have also secured cash that has been sent to me to get another 20, and we are still getting few more donations that are coming in. That shows that the people that are tired of Nigeria are just tired, and they are ready to support and enhance gbogbo tó máa lè jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ rally tó ń bọ̀ yìí kó bọ́ sí. For those of you that are still in doubt that there is going to be a rally, my name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, popularly on Koikimedia. Do not doubt the upcoming rally. Do not doubt it. Ẹ má doubt it. Iṣẹ́ ti lọ ju bẹ́ ṣe ń rò lọ. Ẹ má doubt it. I have not been given a date. The date will be announced officially only by Professor Adebanji Akintoye. Àwọn nìkan ló mọjọ́ tó máa bọ́ sí. But I have been told to tell you, ẹ lọ máa gbáradì sílẹ̀. The date will be announced very soon. It is our fundamental right, and that right will be fully exhausted. We have the right under the international laws and under the Nigerian law and the African laws. We are having a very serious network problem. There's not much I can do. Let us just keep to wherever we can watch. If you have to keep moving from one channel to the other, I have told you this before I left London. Do not rely on one channel when you're watching Koikimedia now. I am using a full broadcasting from every channel. If one is not working, I can't help. I am not in control. New satellite. If I have my own satellite, I will not be experiencing any breakup in transmission. If there's a breakup in transmission, there's not much I can do. The rally will come up. I've been briefed a little bit about things that we are going to be doing after my arrival to Africa. But I have not been told to tell you anything yet. I have been briefed a little bit. So don't doubt the rally this time around. Tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó ṣì ń doubt pé kò ní wáyé, be rest assured that the rally is coming. What are we expecting when the date is announced? We will all have to assemble at where the locations around every cities and towns of Yoruba land. Ó wà important that gbogbo èyí tí ẹ wà ní state kankan, ní local government kankan, that are already involved in the movement should start telling others that in tó fẹ́ gbà wá sílẹ̀ pátápátá nínú gbogbo rògbòdìyàn tó ń lọ nínú Nigeria, most importantly from the insecurity. Ìlú tó bá ti ní security, that country is dead on arrival. There's nothing you can do that you can achieve anything out of that country. Nigeria ti wà ní that stage as I speak today. Ó ti wà níbẹ̀ kò ń ṣe lénìí, kò ń ṣe lánàá, kò ń ṣe ní 8 years ago. Wọ́n kọ̀ enhance nígbà tí Buhari dé, and tẹ́ bá lọ wo Buhari, whether he died, whether he's alive, that is not what we're discussing. But tẹ́ bá lọ wo Buhari, his agenda to bring in all the Fulanis across West Africa was successful. Buhari was able to do so in the 8 years, and President Tinubu is trying to either stop them, but it is too late. Tinubu ti wà ní office for only 2 years, and no, it's not something you want to hear. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá tó ti kú lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí Tinubu dé office ó ti ju 8 years ti Buhari lọ. In the 8 years of Buhari, 29,000 Yoruba people died in the hands of the Fulani terrorists. But right now, from the hunger and the insecurity, we have lost more than 29,000 Yoruba people. I am not talking about just terrorists killing us. I have added the death, hunger, and all other factors. But only insecurity. So if you calculate it and say to yourself, how did we lose 29,000 already Yoruba people in the space of 2 years to Tinubu to the office? It shows that Tinubu, the current president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, cannot defend the Yoruba land, talk less of defending Nigeria. But there is always an agenda for all these. Agenda and anyway, the Yoruba people within Nigeria lately will be pushed out as much as they can. What do I mean by that? We have already been stamped on us. The IMF policy to ṣiṣẹ́ fún Yoruba land, yet Tinubu continue to get loans that generation to come, Nílẹ̀ Yoruba, will not be able to pay back. The World Bank continue to tell Tinubu on their own terms and conditions, these two organizations will kill anybody if their agenda is not fulfilled. And that is why we are seeing the new Burkina Faso, we are seeing the new Mali, and we are seeing the new Niger. These three are now telling the Europeans to toss off. Somebody is also telling me that lack of good health facility is also part of the death. So Tabasokwe, 29,000 Yoruba people have died. I am not saying just for security alone. I have factored other areas. Ẹni tí àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kú láìpẹ́ tí kò lè ní access sí hospital. In Lagos State, tí Tinubu governed for 8 years, tó dẹ̀ ti di president for 2 years, yet a Yoruba man could not get the wife into an hospital to be treated and given every care. Tí kú bá tẹ̀ máa dé, give the woman all the care she needed, yet that woman died. That is one out of the 29,000 we're talking about. Because mo mọ̀ pé nǹkan tẹ́ máa jókòó ní sẹ́ máa bèrè pé Koiki níbo ló ti rí statistics tó ń sọ yìí. How do you know that 29,000 Yoruba people have died in the space of 2 years that Tinubu has been in government? Terrorist attack. Many Yoruba people have died that some of their family, even as we speak right now, do not know. Let me tell you one. 1 month, that APC man that was killed by the terrorists. Wọ́n gba 50 million naira lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n dáwó, and they still went ahead and killed him. Kidnappers killed APC chieftains after collecting 50 million. That is a Yoruba man as well, Odimeji. So you can see that the numbers will continue to add up. It is so other states across Nigeria. I am still telling you about within the southwest of Nigeria. And let me quickly give you the update coming from Plateau State. We now have the names and the age of those that have been killed on Palm Sunday. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and you are currently listening on the VN of the Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. Nigeria is currently at the verge of breakup, and that breakup cannot be stopped. The dissolution of Nigeria cannot be stopped. Nigeria will split, and that is going to happen from 2025. And you should not be one of those that would participate in stopping the indigenous people, whether it's the Biafra, be it the Ijaw people, the Yoruba people, the Hausa people. You should not be the obstacle, the traitor to stop it. Let me give you the names and those that have died. Names of Palm Sunday massacre in Nigeria, Plateau State. Following the Palm Sunday massacre in Nigeria, North Central State of Plateau State, the names of the dead 51 victims, including women and children, they have been buried on a mass burial. Let's go with number 1. Musa Dako, 64 years old, killed by a Fulani terrorist on a Palm Sunday. Daniel Adams, 27 years old, killed by a Fulani terrorist on a Palm Sunday. Obadia Usman, 31 years old, killed by a Fulani terrorist on a Sunday, Palm Sunday. Zinas James, 22 years old, killed on the Palm Sunday by Fulani terrorists. Monday Sarake, 37 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on Palm Sunday. Johanna Kusa, 43 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Janet Danjuma, 29 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Sunday Dako, 49 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Ruben Adamu, so far the eldest among them, 94 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Dogara Adamu, 69 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Stephen John, 28 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. The next one is a quite emotional one. I will try to hold back. He's not the youngest, but he's also one of those that was killed. Messen Stephen, is 7 years old, was killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. The next one is even lower than the age of the first one. Nema Stephen, a 4 years old, was killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Mary Stephen, 24 years old, was killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Wiki John, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday, 30 years old. Joshua John Bagu, 46 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Margaret Morris, 6 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Dabina Morris, 4 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Monday Sale, 52 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Laraba Aga, 4 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Talatu Mangua, 42 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Grace David, 45 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Lovina Monday, 19 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Aga Monday, 4 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Naomi Monday, 37 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Jumia Stephen, 10 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Monday Kahi, 37 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. All these in Plateau State. Jerry Moses, 7 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. James Moses, 10 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Jacob Moses, 3 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. James Moses, these are families, 10 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Another family member, Jacob Moses, 3 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Danjuma Gado, 38 years old, killed by Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Friday Moses, 14 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Talatu Moses, 47 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Akus Moses, 46 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. AC Jerry, killed by the Fulani terrorists, 58 years old. Tela Zell, 29 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Bree Chetu Nawazua, 61 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Another family member, Nazua Levy, 5 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Kaja Daniel, 42 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Elisha Anthony, 37 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Anna Anthony, 67 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Dalani Rodomula, 49 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Ado Danjuma, 17 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Sarah Kula, 16 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Isaiah Moses, 10 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Julian Moses, 5 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. Sunday Magua, 25 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on his Palm Sunday. And the last one, Moses Bala, 43 years old, killed by the Fulani terrorists on a Palm Sunday. All these happened just this April 2025. Do you still want to be part of Nigeria? Ṣé o sì fẹ́ jẹ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà? O lẹ́ran ara bí? You don't have any human feelings. They might not be Yorubas. These are all humans that have names. All killed, cold-blooded, with heavy machine gun by the Fulani terrorists in Plateau State in Nigeria. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, reporting for Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Let's come back quickly and get our news update, and then we come back into the program. Share the program and invite your friends to do so.
Good evening. Yesterday's on Koikimedia. First, the headlines. Lagos Assembly orders enforcement of tenancy law to halt arbitrary rent hikes. Jigawa State mandates female security operatives to wear hijab on duty. SCCP sues Abuja shops over fake foreign rights labels. Now the news and details. I am Titulapa Adako. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission on Tuesday sealed several shops in Abuja's Utako market for allegedly rebagging local rice and selling it as popular foreign brands. The commission, backed by police officers and security personnel, said the brands being sold, such as Royal Stallion and Mama Gold, have not been officially imported into Nigeria since 2015. Over 5 large shops were affected and their owners have been directed to report to the FCCPC headquarters for further investigation. The Lagos State House of Assembly has called for the full enforcement of the 2015 tenancy law to checkmate landlords who indiscriminately increase rent across the state. The lawmakers reached this resolution during Tuesday's plenary, following a motion by Honorable Sahad Olumo, who raised concern over rising cases of recent hikes. Olumo pointed to Section 37 of the law, which bars excessive rent increases and gives tenants the right to challenge such in court. In the state, where hijabs is part of their official attire while on duty. This decision was announced in a recent statement by the state government, directing private security firms to allow their female staff to wear hijabs while working. The announcement was made by the Commissioner for Information, Sagar Musa, during a briefing on the resolutions of the State Executive Council meeting held on Tuesday evening at the Press Gallery, Government House in Dutse. The Rivers State Sole Administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, has been invited by the House of Representatives at a committee on Rivers State Oversight to appear before it on Thursday, April 17, 2025. The House of Representatives Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas, had on Tuesday inaugurated the 21-member committee chaired by the House Leader, Professor Julius Ihoveri, responsibility of the Rivers State House of Assembly and charged to members against censorship. Pani Group residents of Otobi community in the upper district of Otobo local government area of Benue State on Tuesday evening, a suspected armed raiders launched a fresh attack, leaving several people feared dead and hundreds displaced. This marks the third reported attack on the Otobi community in the month of April alone, deepening fears among locals over growing insecurity in the area. And that here's the news. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Okay, our staff they're working around the clock, giving us all the latest news, the update happening locally and also internationally. So you can check it out on other. Yoruba people should have nothing to do with Nigeria. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ìkànnì wa ní àṣálẹ́ yìí níbi tí a ti fi ọ̀rọ̀ bára wa sọ nípa ìdí àti reasons that we need to exit Nigeria. Nigeria is not going to work for Yoruba people, and it has never worked for us. It has been one disaster or the other, and we have what it takes now to pull out together. The Europeans does not want Nigeria to break. So they are one of our traitors, and we cannot trust them to continue to push against why we should have our own independent country. These are people that we are very, very careful with. They are going to do a lot. They are monitoring the situation. They know what is going to be of Nigeria. I can tell you that. The Europeans know that very well. Mostly Britain. Britain knows that Nigeria is coming to its final straw in terms of the breakup of Nigeria. Britain is aware that Nigeria will break, and there is nothing much they can do to stop it.